Welcome back, viewer, to Chungu cha Jamii. Today we are talking about what's the catch with Valentine's. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's in advance. And what is it that you're expecting? At least me nimwambia happy Valentine's in advance. So if anyone doesn't tell you, just get it from me. Happy Valentine's. So before we went on a break, we were discussing in regards of the finances and kulilia kwa Prado. We all have agreed that it is said that a lady would prefer crying on a, some, not everyone, some would prefer crying on a Prado, akiishi the luxurious life, than smiling and shedding tears kwa sababu ya upepo ya boda boda akibebwa. So there is this question that you had answered, but maybe to ask again. So there is this someone who was asking, how does the personal finance and pressures that comes with Valentine's that we have been talking about actually in length. But this one is asking, how does the pressure of spending money and gifts for Valentine's affect individuals, especially those in a tight budget? We've said, you mentioned in the previous also episode, whereby you're thinking, should I take an advance? Should I take a loan? Should I do? You're in a dilemma because I want to prove and I want to show that I'm capable, especially for both. I think it applies for both men and women, more so to men because you want to prove that you're a provider. And also given that that time is the time you think it's the best time to profess. And also to protect the love and the relationship that you have. Now, this is the time that you want to practicalize the 3 Ps. How do you go about such a thing?
All right, thank you. I just to echo Benjamin's words, and even the previous episode, that we look at love in terms of conditions. If I base my love on what must be done, then like I was saying, if you look at the book of 1 Corinthians 13, because we can't speak love without Christ. There's nothing that can define love apart from the love of God. It is God who defines love to us. So if we talk about how do you really manage yourself in the tight space of financial and the Valentine Day, which is tomorrow, 2 things you need to ask yourself. 1 Corinthians 13 says, love does not parade itself. So it means I'm not going to do things because it's in the probably the season of doing things. I work on what really works out for me. I cannot buy, because even if you go to do whatever, the pressure that you're going to invest in the Valentine, it can't match everyone. So maybe I'll give a gift of a flower, someone will give a gift of probably a car. So as much as I want to fit in, I cannot fit in. So I can only fit in what I'm able to do. So normally say the 3 things that makes love grow, it is not gifts. So gifts don't make love grow. Love grows through what you call 3 things, the 3 C's. The choice you make with this person, that I will love you with everything you have, with everything you don't have. Because love is a choice. So when you choose to love this person, you choose them based on what you feel you're able to do to them, and even if they can't do it to you. So love acts out of choice. Like right now we have, if you go to the market, I send you to buy milk. Maybe if I send the 2 of you, you come with Ilara, she'll come with Mount Kenya. Why? The choice of what works out for them. So in this Valentine, to be able to overcome the pressure, 3 things will work out for you. Choose to love this person regardless of what happens around. Whether you make it to Java, or you make it into that small village or Kamabati hotel, it is still a celebration. So that's the first choice. And then 2 is commitment. When you commit to this person, then you become content, the 3rd C. So choose this person regardless of where they take you to or where they will not take you to. Then commit to them based on your heart. That's what grows love. Choices, commitment, and contentment. Whereby if Douglas doesn't buy me a flower, but I've seen his commitment. I've seen his choosing me beside everyone else. So if you want to really make it in this Valentine, which is tomorrow, work with your budget. When I was dating my wife, we used to go to a smallest hotel in town and spend 80 bob. And that was a date for us. So take a mandazi and a cup of tea. All of us, so 40 bob per person. We didn't become malnourished of love. It was a sign of love, because one thing we forget in terms of love, even those who may be dating, that maybe when you get into marriage, then now things will be okay. But marriage manifests who we are. So if I get to maybe use corners to make you feel like you're loved, then when the reality hits in, when now we're married, then now I'll be able to see that you are lying to me. So let me be real, because love operates where there's genuineness, where there's a lot of, and maybe in consistency and maybe a lot of games, you can't hide for more. So be genuine. If you're going out for a date, tell this lady, I have only 200 bob. Where can we fit? And if that lady loves you or this man loves you, the choice he made, that 200 bob will even be a plus transport. It works
Plus
out.
transport?
Yes.
200 is not going to take us.
And that's why I said, it depends on the choice you make.
Hold on to that. Coming to you. Msemo wako ni upi kwa hii swali yenye imeulizwa ya being in a tight budget and this Valentine's Day na story na gifting and expectations. What do you do?
Okay, chenye naweza sema tu ni vile ndugu yangu amesema hapa. Shona nguo kulingana na material yako. Usiende kusema unataka kushonewe kanzu na material yako inaweza shona vest. Ishi maisha yako. Yeah. Nimekumbuka chenye amesema. Nikafikiria kitu. Mimi nikiolewa. Nilitumia transport yangu. Mzee alikuwa town, alikuwa hapa Nairobi, anaishi kwa kazini yake Great Wall. Nikamwambia mimi ninakuja. Na nikamwambia nakuja siku fulani. Nilikata gari na pesa yangu, nikabeba sufuria, nikanunua mwiko, na nikamwambia ninakuja. Bila alisikia ninakuja, akaenda akatafuta single room. Tulilala kwa box day one. Dirisha juu nilikuja mpaka na bed sheets, nikafunika dirisha tukalala kwa box. Kesho yake tukaenda kutafuta stove na tukaanza maisha. Yeah. Na sasa hii mali tuko, hakuna mtu anaweza eleza.
Good.
So usione mtu anakutongoza akikupatia pesa mingi ukadhani yuko hivyo. Ama labda kuna mtu akona pesa na ujue pesa ametoa wapi. Sijasema ni vibaya kuolewa na tajiri, ama sijasema ni vibaya kupenda pesa. Lakini kabla uingie kwa mahusiano uanze kureceive, angalia unaingia wapi. Labda unaingia kwa moto ama unaingia mahali pazuri. So tusipende vitu za bure. Hiyo ndio kitu ningependa kusema.
Be careful what you wish for. That is something that I like always to remind myself. I might be wishing for the aeroplane as a gift. Say to my graduate, tukui Prado. Aeroplane, eh? So if I'm wishing for that aeroplane, lazima nijue mahali nitaipark. So I be careful, nisikuwa ninakaa kwa rentals na kuna space ya kupark aeroplane. Wow. Yeah? So she has said something very crucial. Cut your cloth according to your size of the materials. So there is also this statement inasemanga kila mwanamke ni wife material, inalingana unatafuta material ipi. So if that is the slogan that we are using today, then every Valentine's Day it's a Valentine's Day materials, ama it's a love day materials, ama I don't know what material we are going to use on Valentine's Day. It just depends with the size that you have. Na ni nini unataka kuvaa by the end of that day. What is your take?
For me, I'll say like this. As we plan for Valentine's, and not even, that's one day. And we have many other days that we have lived and will live. Because nobody can tell whether you die today or tomorrow or the other day. But one thing that is sure is that many people, they pretend to be in that level of, I want this kind of a thing. But deep inside their heart, kuna pombe inaitangwa Moratina. Na ingine inaitwa ila Waluya. Busa. No, hii pombe huwa inaacha machicha pale chini. The best comes up, machicha ubaki pale chini. For me, when I'm talking about the word of the heart, I normally talk about this thing. What is that machicha in your heart? Because what settles in your heart is what we will see. Forget about utu vitu twingi twingi unasema ukisema nataka nataka. Because most of the people, when I look at them, yes, the thing that is leading them is the heart of becoming rich. I really want to become rich, isn't it? I'm not saying that becoming rich is a bad thing. It's a very good thing. Of course, it's a very good thing. Nobody wants to stay in poverty. But there is one thing that I want to tell people. You know, the Bible says like this, for we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain that we can carry nothing out of it. And also, it speaks about this one thing. Having food and raiment, let us be therewith content. You know, why do we need to have money? I'm telling you the truth, and Ada will tell me the truth. You get a lot of money, the first thing you think about is good food, good clothing, and shelter. And then after that, that's where now the last comes in. What is it that you want to get? What kind of a woman? And then you start thinking like, the one that I have is not important. The one that I have, ni kama amekosa kakitu mahali. And then now it comes in this. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drawn men into destruction and perdition. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves with many sorrows. But thou, man of God, flee these things and follow after righteousness, godliness, faith, love, patience, and meekness. You know, many people, go talk to the people that are crying today. The thing, machicha yenye imekalia kwa moyo yenye haezi toa kwa haraka ni, it's either because I have a lot of money or I don't have money at all. This is their cry. This is the biggest cry that you find with people. So the biggest tool that Satan has put in the hearts of people to make them to have sorrow is the love of money, because he knows the love of money will make you to err from the faith, and then he knows the end result of that, you'll be crying. So it affects both sides. When I have a lot of money, it is biblical that is the time. I'm telling you the truth. Get a lot of money. You buy good food, you buy good clothing, you have a good shelter, and then after that, what else do you think about? Oh, nakale kama mwanamke, oh, na ile gari, na ile nyumba, and then it goes to the extent of even killing people. Why? I want to remain at that point of mimi ndio kusema, wengine wanafaa kunisikiza tu. Because of this, I'm telling you, that's why I said, and I will repeat it again. People are planning today about tomorrow, but I'm very sure that tomorrow, as we go back to sleep, there are many who will be crying bitterly.
On that note, I'm being told that you're running out of time, and now you have to give our parting shot very briefly. But allow me to guide the parting shot to this direction on self-love and self-care. As we wind up the show, just give your parting shot. Maybe we'll start from there, or rather, let's start from here, from the ladies' side.
Jambo la mwisho. Mimi upande wangu, mimi ndio ule msichana ama mama mwenye amesimamia jambo moja. Nipatie mapenzi, usinipatie dunia mzima. Chenye umenipea nitashukuru. Saizi ile sweet yenye napenda ya love inakuanga 20 bob, sasa najua imepanda ni 50 bob. Nikipata hiyo niko sawa. Sitaki mengi. Na mimi ndio yule mwenye siombangi. Wewe kama mume wangu, tumia akili yako, jua mwanamke anahitaji pesa, nipe, usingoje niombe.
Thank you. Douglas.
Wow. It's hard to comment after her, but it's okay. Two things for those who are going for Valentine tomorrow. Don't lower your standards for someone else's appetite. Very important. Number two, don't go to that extent of dishonoring God for the sake of honoring a man or a woman. And lastly, love yourself. If you don't have a date, go out for a date. Take some coffee, take some milkshake, buy a gift for yourself, and love yourself. It's important.
To you, sir.
For me, I'll say, Be content with what you have. But that contentment cannot come unless you put it in your heart clearly that you brought nothing in this world. And it is certain that you can carry nothing out of it. You never brought love into this world. You never came with it. You never brought any girl into this world. You can never carry any girl out of this world. You never brought any man, any rich man in this world. And it is certain that you cannot move with any. If you have that in your heart, then you'll be content.
Wow, no more words to add after the three have talked. Let's continue this conversation online across all our social media networks. That's GBS TV Africa. Our SMS line is 21144. Till next time, have a nice time. Goodbye.